Oh, hello. Yeah, I wasn't going to make a video today, but I thought, well, I'm making egg and green bean salad. I don't know if you've ever made it before, but it's delicious. Um, and the Swiss are mad on salads, and we always used to have bean salad when we went there, and my mum made it as well. And she'd sometimes put like bits of sausage in it, things like that to make it more interesting. But usually it was just beans and shallots or onions and a vinaigrette. But she's got a special salad dressing where she uses cream, mayonnaise, oil and vinegar and aromat, which is a Swiss product you can buy in Tesco's and Sainsbury's. Aromat, it's really nice. And Maggi, as I mentioned in another video. Alright, I won't be putting them in the salad dressing because my daughter can't eat gluten, so aromat and Maggi both contain wheat, so she can't eat them, but she'll be able to have the salad with a vinaigrette. Alright, I don't know if you can see it, I'm really proud of these eggs that I cooked 5. Every one perfect. Oops. Oh, this one's got a little bit of a dent in it. Yeah, I don't remember that happening, or was it a crack? The secret to, peeling eggs can be a real trial at times, can't it? And you end up with a horrible looking egg, really deformed. But the secret I find is use them as close to the best before date as you can, and you'll find that they're much easier to peel. And what I do is once I've boiled them, about 9 to 10 minutes, or simmered them on a high simmer, what I do is I put them in the pan. Well, they're in the pan. I sort of empty the pan, put cold water in it, keep doing that. And then more cold water, just for a little while. So they're still quite warm. That's the best way, that's the best time to peel them. I don't care what anyone else says. I've tried other people's versions, hasn't worked. So I always stick to my one. It's best to peel them while they're still warmish. And then that's the result. I'm not sure if I should put them in the fridge at the moment, just to cool down a bit. I don't mind the eggy smell, it'll go eventually. And the beans are nearly ready. I cut them into 3. They were already trimmed, which was helpful. Yeah, this is an old bowl. It's a bit stained because Gary Morris, his hands has always got dye on it, ingrained stuff, and sometimes he leaves marks. And it's a bit scratched inside, but it's cleaned. Alright, I'm going to put the eggs in here, put them in the fridge. I don't mind the egg smell. Hopefully it should go. I haven't got any citrus fruit, so I'm sure lemon would help. I don't know. I could cover it with the paper, actually. That might sort of stop some of the eggy smell from penetrating the fridge. I want them to cool down, so when I cut them, they'll be in neater shapes. I'm not using that EMEET thing. I can't be bothered, so you might not see me in the video all the time. Alright. Shallots. I don't keep them in the fridge. I keep them in my cupboard room that's under the stairs because it's nice and cold in there. But I bought these on Sunday. It's now Wednesday. And 2 days ago I used one. I didn't really like the look of it. It wasn't good. And there was no best before date on it, which I'm really unhappy about. So I'm going to try and find, hopefully, amongst all these shallots, a decent one. And I think I only need one shallot. So that's what I'm going to do now. Yeah, I'm very fastidious, as you know. That's the Swiss part of me. But my dad was very fussy as well, very fussy. I like this. I like the look of that one. I'm going to try that one out. Oh, I'll have to pause it a minute. There's a phone call for me. Alright, I'm back. Now, I think the beans are cooked. I know it's a bit of a Swiss tradition, one with my family anyway. We don't like our green beans al dente. We like them soft. A bit too green for my liking. I like them when they go a little bit of a khaki colour. So I'm going to cook them for another about 5 minutes. Alright, let's see what this shallot is like. Got a kitchen caddy thing here. Where I put all the... Good job you can't smell it. No, it doesn't smell too bad actually. Some days you may, especially in summer, you open it and you go, no, nearly vomiting. Good idea though. I hope they don't just take it somewhere and dump it, like in Pakistan or somewhere. That's what I've heard anyway, what they do with their rubbish. I'll have to find the truth about that. Do you know, I'd really like to work in something to do with recycling, because I'm really hot on it. I'm not an eco freak, don't worry. I don't think the world is getting warmer, so I don't think there's any danger or threat to humankind. I do worry about AI getting more intelligent all by itself, you know. And what else? Obviously, Russia. I don't know what's going to happen there. Is it going to affect... I mean, it shouldn't affect anyone, really. The war is totally wrong. I'm worried also that it's going to affect people in Britain, all of Europe, anywhere in the world. It's just ridiculous. I thought the United Nations had a peacekeeping force. You don't ever hear about them, do you? What do they do? Nothing. Alright, this doesn't look great. Oh, the light's not very good. I'll open the blind a bit more. Oh. Was that too bright? Or shall I adjust the brightness on the laptop? No. Alright. Brightness. Should it be brighter or darker? No, I think that's just right. Yeah. It's not the best looking shallot. Looks a bit old. Alright, I'm just going to get the top out, the skin off. Oh, yeah, then it will look better, obviously. One will be enough. I'm not very good at cutting though, because I haven't got good cutting knives. Because I don't trust myself. I'm so clumsy. I'd end up with no fingers, basically. Right, I'll just cut these hairy bits off. I've got a chilli plant on the windowsill, but it hasn't grown any chilies yet. We only bought it recently. I haven't got green fingers. I'm terrible. I've tried a few times. I've tried to grow some seedlings and tried to put them in a plant pot. They were just limp. They never stood up. They just died. I grew some dill last year. I made a mistake. I just got one stalk. Well, you're not going to get a lot of it was fennel leaf. You're not going to get a lot of fennel leaf out of one stalk. So I had to wait until some more fennel grew. It wasn't a fennel bulb, it was just the the feathery leaves, and dill. Well, they're not similar in taste. The dill fared a little bit better, I think. Grow borage, that's easy to grow, but really it's not worth growing. It's hairy, very hairy, the leaves as well. The flowers look nice as a garnish on a salad, and you can eat the leaves and the flowers, but really they taste like cucumber. So I don't really see the point in it. And it grows massive. It grows everywhere. Alright. I'm sure there's other. I grew some nice radishes once. They look more like green chilies. I think they were called Devil's Claw or Rat's Claw, something like that. And they were really tasty, and they were quite spicy, hot as well. Easy to grow radishes. Alright. No, but I'm not a gardening expert. And because of my disabilities, I find it very difficult. I have to do everything on a table. Ah, the beans. Let's have a look at the colour. I can tell. Yeah, that's done. It's not exactly khaki. It's just not. You won't be able to see. Let's get a spoon out. See if I don't want to get anything on my laptop though. It's a bit silly, isn't it? The risks I take. No, you can't see it. No. Wait, I'll hold it over the bowl. No, you can't really see they're bright green. I'd say emerald green. With a hint, just beginning to turn khaki. I'm gonna drain them. And then rinse them with cold water to stop them cooking. Don't have to put anything in this silly little kitchen. I shouldn't complain though. There's a lot of people with tiny kitchens and they create the most wonderful dishes. So where there's a will, there's a way. I'm glad I'm not on a water meter. When you're on a water meter, I've noticed people get really stingy. They don't flush the toilet. They might use the same washing up water all day. Just top it up a bit. And I think it's unhygienic. Yeah, I've seen some very unhygienic practices from people with water meters. So, I'm glad I'm not on a water meter yet. Got something through the door today about a smart meter. Not interested, just going to ignore it. But then what's going to happen is the phone calls. And I got the phone calls last year, didn't I? It kept on and on and on. I said, look, I don't want a smart meter, and I never want a smart meter again. Please do not contact me about smart meters again. And nearly everyone I speak to doesn't want one either. A lot of them are paying more money than they were for their bills, their energy bills, so not interested. I don't want too much Wi-Fi in the house, you know, radiation. I don't know if it's that dangerous, you know, this 5G. I was going to get one of those hoodies that protect you from these waves, you know, microwaves. But then I thought, nah, I don't think it's that bad. I don't know. For most things, I don't know. I don't really have much of an opinion. I don't really know what's going on in Ukraine and Russia at the moment and the neighbouring countries. I don't think it's looking good. I think I'm a bit frightened to find out, to be honest with you. Want this beautiful world destroyed? No. I don't understand things like that. It makes me very emotional. I've become very maternal as well. 57, I can't have children now. Unless I had that special IV and donor eggs. But I won't have the energy to bring up a child at my age, unfortunately. And I don't know when my children, I don't think Jonathan, my son, wants children, or his girlfriend. They don't want children. My daughter wants children at some point. She's 28 this year. So I might be a grandmother one day. There's nothing nicer than the smell of a newborn baby or a young baby, is there? And its little weight in your arms. It's so cute. I don't like the nappy changing though. Oh, I hated that. You know, me with my clean thing. Yeah, didn't like it. Just let Morris. I know I moan a lot about him, but he's a good person, really. He just gets into these moods. And they're quite recent as well. He never used to be like that. I think he's getting a lot of stress. His cholesterol's quite, well, a little bit high. So, yeah, and he's a bit overweight as well. Yeah, I do worry about him. He is the main provider, obviously. He's the provider. But it's not just that. It's like, I've been with him so many years. He's like part of my body, if you know what I mean. He's like my arms, legs, torso, every part of me. It's like we're twins, that close. And we often think alike. If I'm thinking of something, they'll think of the same thing. It's weird, isn't it? And if I go in the shop and I look at some tops, and I think he's very psychic, actually. I say to him, pick the top you think that I would like to buy. And 9 out of 10 times he gets it right. So I think he knows my tastes. I think he likes the clothes I wear when I go out. Indoors I just wear old clothes, you know. Doesn't matter if I get stains on them. Alright. The onions. Oh, should have used that. There, that's better. It's all about learning where to put things, isn't it? I was never good with the camera. I don't think I even had my own camera. No, not very good with cameras or, you know, etc. Right, I'm going to put it straight into this bowl. I know it's a bit too big, really. I don't know. Then I'm going to make the dressing. Oh, that bloody heat's still on. Better turn the oven off in a minute. I thought I was having a hot flush. There's the oven. Oh, I've got so much to do. Alright. I can just rinse that. Alright. I'm going to make the dressing now. Get that off. I'll just get my dressing ingredients. Rather basic, nothing special. I'm going to turn the oven off. Chives, salt, pepper, parsley, and what else? Mustard. Alright, I'm just going to start off with the dried herbs. Salt and pepper. a nice generous amount of pepper, salt. Actually, I think you can say it either way. I think it depends where you come from in Britain. Alright. Black pepper. And I like quite a lot. I don't know, I might have to get that EMEET thing out and bloody take a picture. What a nuisance. Oh, I didn't use the EMEET one, did I? It was too small. It was you could hardly see it, this tiny little bowl with something in it. So I just got a picture of me. That was rather cute, actually. That's the one that YouTube picked. I think it was the one YouTube picked, and I think they did yeah, it was a good one. Alright, chives. I love chives. I know it's already oniony. Add more. In Switzerland, we always had this, when we had boiled potatoes with meat, which we ate a lot of. Sorry, you can't see the top of my head, but in a ponytail. And we always used to put dried chives on our boiled potatoes and butter as well. Make them a bit more interesting. Alright. Yeah. Parsley. Don't need a lot of this because it's dried, so it might be strong. To be honest with you, it doesn't smell of parsley. It smells more like grass. No, I'm not going to use that, unfortunately. I'll use it in cooking, but I don't think it adds anything to it. Right, mustard next. Just shake it. This one seems to last forever once it's refrigerated, because it's Polish. And it's a sweet one. Sweet mustard. Mild. You know, in this country, the best before dates are ridiculous. Yeah, and not putting best before dates on fresh fruit and vegetables is ridiculous as well. Alright then. I'll be quite generous with the mustard. Because it's quite sweet, about that much. And then I'll just mix it round. Incorporate it. Yeah, I'm going to use a shot glass or something to measure the oil and vinegar out. So I can put this stuff away. Just move it. I might just use my eye like what my mum does. No, not risking it. Oh, where's that shot glass? Oh, it's not a shot glass, I don't know what it is. Here it is. Well, if that's a shot glass, it's pretty big, isn't it? I think a dessert came in that, actually. So, I'll do the oil first. I'll do it up to about halfway. And I add the equal amount. Sorry, it's not 3-to-1 with me. It's 1-to-1. The Swiss way. Or my family's way, anyway. That seems like quite enough oil, really. I might not even use that amount. Oh, let's see. Yeah, maybe I don't need so much vinegar then. Yeah, because then it might be too wet. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's plenty of dressing here. I'm going to use I don't think I'm going to use, I know I use 1-to-1, I said, but it would just be too much dressing. Alright. My favourite vinegar at the moment is tarragon, and it goes really well with eggs and green beans. Alright. And the vinegar should get rid of the grease a little bit. That's a lot, isn't it? I don't know if I'm going to use all that. No, I'm not using it all. It's too much. But this will do. This is fine. Alright, give it mix it all up. Shouldn't leave a metal spoon in it though. For some reason, I'm not sure why. Does the metal, you know, make the food taste funny? Especially if it's got vinegar in it. Might do. Right. So I'm going to leave the dressing as that. Just wipe the spoon. And I'll keep the vinegar in there. And because that's a degreaser. And I'll put some fairy liquid in there. And then I'll put some water in it. So it won't be so greasy when I come to wash it up. There. Because, you know, I don't like grease. Alright, let's see. Oh, I should have put the beans in while they were still hot, shouldn't I? And they're all wet. That was a bit silly. I didn't really need to rinse them. Alright then, I'm going to put the green beans in. It was nearly a whole packet, but not quite. Alright, let's see what it's going to look like with the beans in. Hope it's not too wet, but it doesn't matter, a bit of water. Need a bigger spoon to stir it with, really. Just make sure we amalgamate all the beans with the salts. I wish I'd had some fresh herbs put in this. Oh, I could have bought some fresh parsley, but there's so much in a packet, isn't there? And you have to use everything so quickly. And often supermarket herbs, well, I'm talking mainly about Tesco's and Sainsbury's because I don't really go in many of the others. I know Waitrose is good and M&S, but very expensive. Alright, I think I'll cut the potato. I think I'll cut the eggs up now. And then I will have finished my video. I've got a phone call to make soon. So, alright, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, eggs. Oh, they've been chilling for a while. But they're going to go back in the, fridge in a minute. I'll put some cling film on the bowl. Get the eggs out. Now, I wish I had one of those things where you put the egg on and then you push it down. It's got wires on it and you push it down and it slices them. Right, I'm going to cut them in half and then in pieces. Don't worry, the egg yolk will come out. There's not much you can do about that. Maybe if you left the eggs longer in the freezer, might be better. But it really doesn't matter, does it? Alright, just put this in here, quite chunky pieces, because we're not making egg mayonnaise. Right. I love eggs, they're a superfood. Oh, another dish vegans can't eat. I'll have to think of a vegan, or find a vegan recipe. I mean, that Sudanese lentil recipe, I don't know if I used stock from an animal or vegetable stock. You can make that easily vegan by using vegetable stock. It hasn't got no animal products in. Yeah, I'll try and find a vegan recipe soon. Something interesting and enjoyable. I might just make a salad. Is that a cop out? I could make salad Olivier, but without the sour cream, with just a vinaigrette. That's actually in this country called Russian salad, but I won't call it that. I call it by its original name. I think it was invented by a French chef. They have it in Iran. Yeah, it's in Iran as well. So, and it's in lots of countries. Holland have got their own version, I think. Oh, many countries have got their own version, and they call it Salad Olivier. Something like that. So, I might make a luxurious but vegan salad Olivier. And then everyone can enjoy it. Oh, I don't like these spoons with this coating. I don't know if you can see it. This varnish. But if you're washing up and you use a sponge that's got the green bit on, that's like a scourer, it comes off. So, not going to use that. Oh, I haven't got a very good selection of tablespoons. Awful. Look at that one. Not meant to be like that. Now who bended it or bent it? I've got some salad tongs that I will use to take a picture. And I'll have to obviously use the EMEET thing. But I'm not going to worry too much about the appearance. Wipe it. If you wipe things, you've got less washing up. Or it's easier to wash up. That knife looks like it could do with a clean egg. What am I going to do with that? Oh, I can hardly reach that. I'll just move that. Just move that as well. Yeah, they all need washing up. Alright, I'm going to try and get as much of this eggy stuff off this chopping board as possible. Oh, it's all smeary. Oh, egg, it's really one of those things that is difficult to wash, especially if it's left for a while. I'll take that out for a minute. Oh, it's still got another bean in it. Oh, it's mixed with my gum. The bean, it's not nice. Right, that'll do. Take that out. Where's that bean again? Oh, it's 2 bits of bean. Oh, kitchen caddy. Alright, and this is the finished product. Can't really see it. I won't be able to take a good picture of it. So I'm going to have to stop the video now. That's the end of the video. And take a picture of it. Alright then. Hope you make the bean salad. It's really tasty. And I'll see you soon.